Hey everyone, I'm Liz Merrick and welcome to Cake Decorating Basics. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful faux quilted look using marvelous molds. This is an excellent cake design to use for any type of cake, but especially beautiful bridal shower cakes, birthday, and even wedding cakes. Mix up the colors and make it unique. So let's go ahead and get our supplies together and get started making this cake. Alright, so I'm going to be covering this bottom tier in this guy. And we're going to be creating kind of a look that looks like a pleated quilt, but we're using just this one mold. And this is one of the gifts that's going to be for October for Sugar Geek Show. So we're going to have this one, and this one, and this one. So it's just random who gets what, but it's a really cool gift. It's probably the coolest gift we've had so far for Sugar Geek Show. Okay, so I have a little bit of our fuchsia colored fondant. This is just made with electric pink and electric purple. And I've added some Tylose powder to this fondant so it's a little bit stiffer. About 1 teaspoon per cup. And I'm going to make it into a ball and press it into our marvelous mold. And then you're going to use a small rolling pin. I'm just going to press down and roll to cut off the edges. And then you just pull back the edge and gently pull off the fondant. And for the base and for the top, we're going to cut this piece in half. Set those aside. And you can make a bunch of these ahead of time if you wanted to. Or you can make them as you decorate the cake. If your fondant is sticking a lot, you can always dust the inside of your mold with a little bit of cornstarch. I've done a similar technique to this with just like the rectangles of fondant, or diamonds, or whatever you want to call them. And it's really cool because you can basically create like a quilted look without using like an impression. It does take for frickin' ever though. You know, it's not like, oh, do this quick and easy technique. Like, it takes a while. But so I thought if I use this thing from Marvelous Molds, I could combine that quilted look with like bas relief. That bas relief thing that's very popular right now. So that's just cut off. And then carefully pull that out. Just bending the mold so to not like damage the fondant detail at all. So I'm going to stick that one right here. And if I tried to do all of the bottom row first, then I would end up not having enough room for the second row. So just like one of those things I've learned, it's better to do like 2 rows at a time. That one goes on there. Just do that 5 billion more times. Just making sure that I'm visually spacing these. Making sure like to line them up at an angle, you know, making sure that the line consistently goes across. This is LMF mixed with a little bit of Tylose powder. And it just pulls out of the mold very easily. I like LMF because A, it tastes good, B, it's easy to make, C, it's easy to color, and it doesn't get like elephant skin, you know, so you can work with it for a long period of time. So when you get to the end of your cake, usually the spacing is a little weird, and so I will have to kind of move some things to make them fit. So I'm going to just make these a little bit wider here than we have been making. And you just kind of space it out over 2 or 3 rows and it'll even out usually. And because, you know, there's like a front and a back, by the time you space everything out, you can't really tell. So now we're going to mix some gold highlighter dust. I'm using Albert Ooster with a little bit of Everclear. And you want to make sure that it's a thickish paste, not too watery. And then we're going to lightly brush the surface of all the pink just to bring out that detail. And adds a little bit of touch of glamour too. Okay, so next we're going to take some 8mm dragées. These are from Alan Teachout, Global Sugar Art. And you can really use any color. If they have gold, then gold would work best for this, but I'm just actually going to paint mine. I'm just going to put a little dab of water. And if your cake is really sticky from condensation, you won't actually need any water. And after you get your dragées in there, we're just going to paint them lightly with a little bit of our gold, just so to take off the silver shine. You don't have to worry about going all the way down to the fondant. Nobody will be able to tell. So that's all there is to it, guys. That is how you make a faux quilted look using marvelous molds. Hopefully you've enjoyed this tutorial, and if you're interested in more cake decorating basics, go ahead and check them out on www.sugargeekyshow.com. Until then, I'm Liz Merrick. Thanks so much for watching.